to many, many fundraisers?
Yes.
Well, we are going to kick off another fundraiser with Mr. Money. Woo!
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here at Desert Sage School. Hi out there on the TV, and my name is Mr. Money. Well, it's kind of a funny name. You know, it's not my real name. It's my nickname. And they call me that not because I have a lot of money, but because of what I do. And what I do is this. I help boys and girls just like you at schools, just like Desert Sage, raise money for all the great things that the PTO does for the school. And all the money is used on you boys and girls and teachers. We don't send the principal to Hawaii. No. We don't even send her to Tucson. It's all extra things for boys and girls. And this year is no exception. Our PTO goal for this sale is $10,000. It's a lot, and it's so much I can't even imagine how much it is, but Lauren has agreed to be my volunteer. So Lauren, come on up and stand on this side of me right here, and hopefully the camera will get you and your smiley face. You got to do two things. You got to smile real big, three things. Look at the camera, and put two hands out in front of you, because Lauren's going to help me by holding my money. And this is part of the reason I got that nickname, Mr. Money. You ready? Oh, a little of it fell out there. Well, that's okay. There's a lot more where that came from. Okay. Oh, very good, Lauren. Yes. You do? Well, okay. Well, you can't. You know that I explained to Lauren that she does not get to keep it. It is for demonstration purposes only. And yes, it is real money. It wouldn't be any fun with play money. And as you can see, Lauren has a lot of money. She has exactly 100 $1 bills that my wife sewed together on the sewing machine. We can see that 100 is a lot. But our goal is not 100. It's not 1,000. It's 10,000. So use your imaginations. Imagine not one Lauren, not 10, but 100 Laurens lined up, shoulder to shoulder, close together like this. We're in the upstairs classroom, all the way out the door, all the way down to the elevator, down those twisty stairs, all the way to the principal's office. And if you put this much money into each one of those Lauren's hands, that's what it would take to have $10,000. It is so much, it will take the help of every boy and girl, both in this room and out there on the TV. And if we all work together, just like Desert Sage students always do, we'll be able to raise that $10,000. To do it, we're going to have a special sale. I'll tell you about the sale as soon as Lauren gives me back my money, and you give Lauren a big round of applause. Dave, how many like cookies? Oh, yeah, great. Hands down. How many like cheesecake? Me too. Hands down. How many like cinnamon rolls? Wonderful. Hands down. How many like one of our new products this year, churros? Oh, yeah, hands down. And how many like to go to the mall and buy those big pretzels called Annie Ann's? Because we've got those too. And a whole lot more, hands down. That's why we chose those things, because it's something that everybody likes. And listen to this part. Every home in your community will buy this type of item between now and the holidays. So it just makes sense to sell things that they like. Let me show you how the program works. Before you go home, you'll get a packet that looks like this. It has a letter to you and Mom and Dad on one side, well, inside. It has the brochure on the other. And your job is to take this home and show Mom and Dad. How many would do that? Can you see your hands? Terrific, hands down. The second thing is to get some orders. Now, when you take an order, people will look, I'm going to show you some of these things, will look in the brochure, and they'll say, I want this one, or I want this one, or I want this one, or whatever it is, or I want this one. And what they do is they write their name on the order form that looks like this. And your mom and dad know how to do this. They'll help you. They'll write their name and they'll say, I want one, number 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever the number is. Okay, and that's taken in order. With mom and dad's help, who might take it to work, take it to church, take it to soccer practice, take it to dance class, places where you and your family go. With their help, we'd like you to try and get about 10 names on the order form. How many think you could? Can I see your hands? Look at, oh, that is terrific, hands down. The third thing is to bring the order form and the money, because we collect the money at the beginning, back on time inside the envelope with all the information on it. Your teacher, your phone number, your name, your parents' name, all those things that I asked for. How many do your very best to get it back on time? Can you see your hands? Wonderful, hands down. Well, the next thing I have to tell you about is this other page. This other page has to do with these other things that you see up here that are not frozen foods, not desserts, not cookies. These are the prizes. Here's how the prizes work. This is called Prize Party, and if you sell even one thing, you get a prize. If you sell one, you get the first one, but if you sell 3, you get the first 2, at 6, the first 3, at 10, the first 4, and 15, the first 5. And if you sell 20, you get all of them up to there, at 30 and 40, 50, 60, 80. If you sell 100, you get every prize on the page. So I'm going to demonstrate and show you some of the prizes. We're going to hope that the camera can follow it pretty well. Does it have like oh, well, you can do that too, but I'm going to show the actual prizes. And I'm going to have some of these things fly, and I don't know exactly what your capabilities are with that, but you just yell if you need me to do something different.
Okay.
Okay, so here's how it works. if you sell just one, it's kind of a thank you prize. It's an eraser, which is very handy if you're a student in school. They're animal erasers, and they have little movable. Oh, look at this. The camera's going to come close up here. All right, it has little movable legs. I like the giraffe because it's yellow, but there's pandas and tigers and lions and all those sort of things. Now this one is a top. The top is real easy to use. You don't have to spin it with your fingers or put a string around it. It's got a little crank, and it cranks. Uh-oh. It cranks, and I'm going to put it right here on the edge of the table, and hopefully my batteries will hold up, and the light will light, and it will stay on the table, and the light went out, but it may come back, it comes back on. I think my batteries are a little loose, but that's the wind-up top. And it has the capability that if it falls onto the floor, it still stays spinning, kind of like a gyroscope. I'm not going to demonstrate that. I don't think the camera can follow. The next one, oh, you're going to love this. I have to apologize. It looks like this. It's called a light-up sparkling spindle. My batteries stayed on, and you could just barely maybe see the light, but the light's usually strong. If you leave this on too many nights in a row, like I've done, the light doesn't light up. But here's what it really does. You see that? You see how that works? It's a simple little mechanism, and it's just a fun thing to play with. Light up swizzle wand. Okay, and the next one, oh, you're going to love this. Your teacher's going to hate it. Your parents are going to hate it. This is the air horn. Cover your ears. It's not the camera. Just cover your... And for easy portability, this cranks and stays like that. This comes off like this. And now you can carry it places, but not to school. Okay? The next one. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, I'm sorry. The camera's going to have to show it. I knew I was missing something. My school on Friday, we did a cookie contest, and my winner was so good that I gave this as a prize to my winner. And it is the inflatable Mohawk helmet hat. And it's about this tall, and you listen with those things in your ears, and they kind of hurt after a while. Well, this headphone goes over your ear, it's more protective, and gets a better sound. So you and your parents and everybody will like that. The next one is the bubble blower. It has a battery, and it has a little fan, and it lights up, and the little fan spins, and then these green things open up when you pull the trigger, and it makes a big bubble, like this big. So you will all enjoy that, I am sure. The next one, let's see if I can make this work. We're going to try and make this work. This is I'm going to start on the floor. This is the flying UFO. And if the battery is charged up sufficiently, it will fly. If it's really charged, it flies too fast and bangs off the ceiling. And if it's not charged quite as much, I can generally control it. So it's charged up properly. And it charges from the base station. You put batteries in there, and I think my batteries need changing. But it will fly. I don't know if you can get that or not. But this is good. This is more controllable than when see the batteries just get a little weak. All right, let me grab that. And that's, well, this one you put in your own digital code, and it's a laser safe, and then you touch your finger to here, and it will open up, and you can keep all your stuff safe, and you put your own number in there, whatever you want it to be. So everybody seems to really like the laser safe. And this next one, Mr. Band Director over there will appreciate this, because this is the Music Jam playmat. It's a drum set on one side, it's a piano on the other side. Two students play, one sits on one side, one on the other. And you can make music, you can plug your MP3 player into it, which I'm going to demonstrate in just a minute. It sounds like, and the drum set, kind of get the idea. The piano part, you have to have a solid surface behind it to play. It sounds a little like this. So, I'm not very good at that. But I also want to show you how you can do this with it. If you plug your MP3 player, it has some built-in songs too, but if you plug your MP3 player into it, like I'm going to do right here, you can play your, maybe I can play, here we go, you can play your own music. So then I'm going to count to 3, and then you can do that. 1, 2, 3. Don't show me. Sometimes in our kickoff assembly we do chicken dancing extreme chicken dancing with teachers, but today we're going to do something a little different. A little different than that. That was one of our options, but we chose to go the other way with it. So, the next one. Oh, the helicopter. You're going to love this. This is great because this really does fly, and it really flies pretty well. I'm just not a very good pilot. So, if it lands in the audience, don't touch it until I turn it off. Now, I hope you'll be able to get... There's a way to make it go forward and back. I just haven't figured it out yet.
Ooh.
All right, we're going to leave it right there. Okay, and the next one, this is the tower soundbar with built-in subwoofer. It has FM radio. You can plug anything into it. Your MP3 player, your TV, any kind of radio, anything that has electrical wires to plug in. It has all the different kinds of connections in the back. So if you sold 100, you'd get every single prize on the page, including that. But if that weren't enough, there's more. Have you ever seen those great big helium sharks that fly around the room?
Yeah.
I couldn't bring it in because this is a no-latex school. However, we have one. It's this big. It's gigantic. It runs on remote control, and it goes to the top seller in the school. We don't know who it'll be, but it'll be somebody. Somebody out there will get that. And finally, wow, this is really great. Because for every student that sells 10 items, not only will you get a prize from here, the 10 level, and you'll get those first 4 prizes, but you'll also get to attend the IMAX 3D movie that is coming right here to Desert Sage. Every kid that sells 10. And for our special event, our cookie eating contest, featuring 3 of your teachers. Come on down! Now, teachers, I sometimes have to explain this. This is a contest. So that's like a race. You know, it's the one who finishes first wins. Okay, and here we go. You may choose on the floor. Or if you do drop it on the floor, you know what you got to do. Or you can't win. Now, any questions?
No.
Okay, now the rules may change depending on how good you are as we go along. So students, when I do this, you have to be real quiet and I'll make a rule change. But that's the rule right now. Bite, chew, swallow, don't throw it away, don't put it on the floor, don't cheat. Okay, are we ready? You guys ready to cheer? You want to cheer for all your teachers? Okay, on your mark, get set, go! Remember, it's a race. You're supposed to go fast. Fast is the idea. Fast is the idea.
Swallow it whole!
Okay, rule change. By the way, you can't chew or swallow during the rule change. You have to freeze. Okay, rule change, because let's face it, you guys aren't going very fast, and it only runs 15 minutes. So, you may each choose, without speaking, because you got your mouth full so you can't chew, you can take your hand away. But then can't chew that, though. You may each choose a helper from the audience. Now share, but don't start. Share, stand. You guys stand right next to your teammate, so we get everybody on the screen, I hope. You guys ready? No cheating, you drop it, you gotta pick it up, you still gotta bite, chew, swallow, on mark, set, go! Fast, this is a race, cheer. You guys gotta cheer. It's supposed to be fast. It's supposed to be fast. Okay, rule change. Okay, I'm going to suspend the part where you got to swallow. You still got to get it in your mouth. You got to pick it up and drop it on the floor. Okay, now you only have to get all of the cookies, however many you've got between you, completely in your mouth with your mouth closed, and then you put your arms up when you're done as a team. Here we go. On your mark, get set, go. Okay, we have our winning team. Let's hear it for all our teachers and their helpers. Great job. Go sit down. Don't comment. That's to remind you about our program. Remember, number 1, your job is to take the materials that come in the nice little plastic bag home and show mom and dad. How many do that? Can I see your hands? Great, hands down. Number 2, we're going to get some orders with mom and dad's help. The order form looks like this. With mom and dad's help, we'd like you to try and get about 10 names. How many think you could? Can I see your hands? Wonderful, hands down. The third thing is to bring the order form back. By the way, you keep a copy, you send 2 copies back. In the envelope, with the money, and your name, and filled out on time. How many do your very best to get back on time? You know you never talk to strangers unless your mom or your dad is with you. Then it's okay, but not by yourself. Everybody that heard that and understood what I said, please raise your hand. Oh, that's, if you don't, yes. Now here's what I want you guys to do. Leave your hand up.
Leave your hand up. Shake your hand real hard. You had a good time. Turn around, wave goodbye to the camera. Good luck with your sale. Bye-bye.
Bye.